typically snide Bill Maher slamming Amazon for passing over middle America. But would top tech workers move from the coast for a company like Amazon? Joining us now to weigh in is MarketWatch tech editor and San Francisco bureau chief Jeremy Owens. Great to see you, Jeremy. So an Amazon job is a pretty big thing. It pays well. It's great on your resume. So do you really need to add New York to kind of sweeten the deal? Couldn't you open up a place in Nebraska, for example, and expect workers to go there?
Well, Amazon has opened up plenty of places in Nebraska and elsewhere, and they're called warehouses, and they're not high-profile good jobs. Amazon has a lot of jobs that are very low-paying and this type of work, right? If you're looking for actual tech jobs, you're going to put those places where the tech workers are, which is typically the large cities.
Hey, Jeremy, Gary Kalpam here. What do you make of a man whose studio is in Studio City, Los Angeles, trying to tell another company that they should not be in big cities, and then trying to tell the people in these other states how they should think and what they should do?
I don't know. I mean, what do I think about all of y'all in New York trying to tell Jeff Bezos what he should do? Who am I to tell Jeff Bezos what he should do, right? We can all be attacked like that, right? He was bringing up a decent point. But the thing is, like, Amazon and all these tech companies are not going to put anything besides a data center out in the boonies, right? Even when they do go to red states, they go to the large blue cities in those red states. Salesforce opened up a big hub in Indianapolis, right? Pandora is moving a lot of its operations to Atlanta from Oakland. Right, Austin, Texas is a really large tech hub that Facebook and Apple and a lot of these Silicon Valley companies have large offices in. So I think what he was trying to make a point of is not actually happening. It's not going to happen, right? But what he's not saying is that there are a lot of red states with a lot of large tech operations there.
Jeremy, I think the question is, could Amazon be big enough in one of these places to create its own tech hub and create its own environment in a sense? I mean, yes, New York has a lot of young tech workers, people who want to be in that industry, but guess what? There are a lot of employers there, too. So wages are going to be pretty high. It's going to be pretty stiff competition for those workers. I always thought it was kind of an odd thing to go where everybody else is. I mean, Bill Maher is beyond snotty about middle America and the red flyover states. I am so tired of the coastal elites having that kind of attitude towards the heartland of this country. But he has something important to say about maybe diversifying the sort of wealth creation that's going on in this industry.
Yeah, and I can see trying to push companies toward that, but you're asking a company to take a really big gamble, right? Go build something out in the middle of nowhere and see if people come. You won't even know for years if they're going to come or if they are coming, and at that point, you're kind of stuck with them. I think that you can see that. I think a lot of companies out here in Silicon Valley are allowing workers, once they get to a certain age, to kind of move out and do their own thing from wherever they want to do, and that's smart, right? As somebody who lives in the Bay Area, when you reach your 30s and maybe you get married and want to have kids, you're going to run into issues of buying a house in the Bay Area. And if you work for one of these big tech companies and they allow you to move to Omaha, you can buy a decent house and still work for them. And I think that's kind of where they're going to head, instead of trying to say, let's try and attract hundreds of thousands of people to some other state, instead of just saying we have these workers who want to go elsewhere, let's let them go wherever they want.
Come on, people. Yeah. The day after the Oscars, this is a great movie. This is Build It, They Will Come. This is Field of Dreams.
That's right, I remember.
Who are we kidding? We always thought, oh, finance could only happen in New York. No, not true. And by the way, tech doesn't only happen in Silicon Valley. No, not true. A few years ago, there was no real tech in New York. Okay? If Amazon built a state-of-the-art center, and they were looking for engineers, and they were looking for people that focused on STEM, trust me, there would be tons of people applying, okay? Like I said, day after Oscars, voted for the best movie, Field of Dreams.
We got to leave it at that. The Field of Dreams is a great way to end it on the Academy Award after night.